Good evening, everyone. This is Shaw TV, and we're live here tonight. And I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. Thanks for tuning in to Soul Work. And don't forget, Calgary, that we are going to be opening up the phone lines as we always do. So that number for you to write down is 403-539-6710. So we are going to be eagerly waiting for you to give us a call. And I'm sure you'll be giving my guest a call. I'd be surprised if you didn't. So for those of you who can see my guest, I have the one and only Enock on show tonight.
Hi, Jenny.
How are you?
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that last name. You know, even though I know your last name, it's interesting.
Well, it's what I got.
So a spirit gave you.
Could be.
It's an interesting twine, actually. I was picking up the energy from your work with that, so that's why I was just kind of...
It was echoing, was it?
Yeah, you know
Awesome.
how all of a sudden I go into another land and another energy, and all of a sudden things
It's cool.
happen.
It's like writing.
Yes.
Takes you in different directions.
Yes, it does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely does. So now, for people who don't know Neil is an author, he's an actor, and many other things as well. The more I talk to you, anyways, I see more things coming out. And an inventor.
Yes.
You are.
I am.
And Neil has written books, as you can see on set here, and they're very interesting indeed.
I'm glad you think so.
They are. It's like a page turning, because I haven't read the other one, Dot Christmas, but this Mayan, I really enjoy it, and I really like it so far.
So far, you're not quite done yet, though.
No, it's flowing and the energy is moving, and it's a page turning. It is, and
Very
it
happy
reminds.
to hear that.
Yeah, it reminds me of the J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter energy. Enoch, there we go. There is that connection. Okay, it's another story.
There's a story there too. Yes.
Yes, and there's lots of quotes in the book here about Mayan. So your usual sentence from the back of your book is?
From Mayan, the latest book.
Yeah.
It's basically a story about how the Mayans come back to us on Atlantis in the year 2025. So they just decided they would skip that whole pesky end of the world business in 2012, and because they knew the world was going to end. So they're just coming back to rebuild, to get things going again. And there's only one small wrinkle in their plans. We're still here, hello.
Yeah.
So it's started life as a what if story. What if the Mayans came back today and we were here?
Yeah.
That's really where the basic premise came from.
It's interesting. It's just the energy of the book is really interesting.
It was interesting to write.
Yeah.
It kind of helped write itself a lot, which is I found wonderful.
Yeah. How did this story come to you?
On the plane, on the way to a holiday in Los Cabos, which has nothing to do with the Mayans. It's on the wrong side. As far as we know, they never made it there. The story just popped into my head, and it was a kind of what if scenario. What if the Mayans came back? And then we went to the holiday. There's pictures of me sitting around the pool writing, the family being very patient with me. I'd set aside, jump in the pool with the kids for a while. And then we came back to Calgary. I had my notes. I promptly got busy on Hell on Wheels and Klondike and put it aside for like a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I know you've done Hell on Wheels and Klondike, and you wrote a TV pilot as well.
I wrote a TV pilot called Somewhen,
Yeah.
which is now on hold for a number of reasons, as with most television film projects, partially financial.
Yeah.
But there are other reasons as well, and so that's parked. But that will happen. It's a great show idea.
Oh, I'm sure it will
It's a good
happen,
show.
because you're the filmmaker part in you.
Yeah.
Is coming out, has come out, and it's going to come out even more so.
Well, one of the comments I get on both books all the time, it's kind of weird a little, is that when people read the books, they can see the movie. And it's one thing to say, oh, I'd like to see a movie about this, but they're not saying that. They're saying, I can see the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering is that my writing style, because I used to do some screenwriting, and this one, Dot Christmas, started life as a screenplay, or is it that the audiences these days are more used to seeing things as a film? In which case, I feel really good about that because I'm kind of hitting the vibe
Yeah.
as opposed to writing style. And I don't know which it is.
Yeah.
I'm happy either way.
No, exactly, because I know that you're wanting to do the movie
For Doc
on
Christmas.
Doc Christmas.
Yeah, I very much want to do the movie for
Yeah.
Doc Christmas. A lot of it takes place on a model train layout. It's all about Christmas and the magic of trains. And there's people walking around the model train layout. And we've built some cameras to do that specific job. I've got some people lined up to do it. A guy from Hollywood is very interested in filming
excellent.
it. So
Excellent.
I don't want to name drop.
Yeah.
It's a good guy.
Well, I'll just get it out there. No.
Well, let's just say he did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Jurassic Park 1 and 2, and Back to the Future 1 and 2.
Wow.
So this is some highbrow stuff. Now he's not an actor, but
Yeah.
let's just say he's heard about it. He wants to do it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Things take time.
There's no rush in this stuff.
You know, divine timing.
Yep.
Things happen when they're supposed to come, and
Exactly.
and right now with your books coming out, the Mayan, you know, and what great time as well. Now you did a scene for Mayan though.
Well, we did
a clip, a movie clip or something with that.
Exactly. So the
Yeah.
year after Los Cabos, my wife decided that she would help me out, and she took us to the Mayan Riviera for our next year's holiday. And so we went to Tulum, and I've got like a bunch of stories about that trip. One of them is we had the tour, and after the tour we said bye to the guide, and we were sitting around this old well and just having a snack. And I'm filming away with a camcorder, you know, oh look, there's the Mayan ruins, look at all the tourists over there. And all of a sudden my daughter's behind me, she says, hey, what are these scratches? And my blood just ran cold. I knew this was the moment I had been waiting for. So I backed up carefully, and my camera's anti-shake, so I give it an extra shake to let people know I'm walking. And I went, what scratches? And she said, these ones here beside the well. So I said, where? And then I just shook the camera and dropped it on the ground.
Oh, wow.
So in chapter 3 of the book, that is described as a discovery that happened at Tulum, where some tourists fell through an old well, and that's the underground catacombs, the ruins under Tulum. Mm-hmm. And if I can add one more thing,
yes.
1 year later,
yes.
in Tikal, in Guatemala, they found actual passages under Tikal, under the Mayan ruins.
Wow.
So I'm going, I wonder if there's actually passages under Tulum, and I've just prophesized that. But
I would say.
I would like to know.
I would say.
I would really like to know. But in the book, that's the device I used.
Yeah.
And it happened, we accidentally filmed that. So when and if we get to filming a movie for Mayan, then I sure hope that scene will be in there.
I'm sure it'll happen. So when you thought of the book, was it when your wife booked your vacation over there?
Yeah.
Did you think of this before?
Not at all.
Okay.
But I knew that I knew we were going there for a reason. I didn't know what the reason was.
Okay.
I mean, I wanted to see the Mayan ruins so I could bring them up to date in my mind. I hadn't been there for 20 odd years. I just had the feeling, and like I say, when my daughter said that, the camera was already running. My blood ran cold. I knew exactly what we were in for. It's like, this is it.
Oh.
You know, you get those
I get
moments,
that.
and it's like, okay, this is it. It's happening.
Wow.
And it's a good scene. It's actually on the website. If you link to it,
it's a nice website.
Thank you.
It is a very nice website.
I don't think so. It needs a lot of work.
Well, you never do.
It needs
I'm
a lot
like
of
that
work,
with
but
mine too.
That particular clip is on the website. So.
What type of research did you do for it?
For this book?
Yeah.
All kinds. In a nutshell, there's about 3 years of stuff in there. One of my biggest challenges was I knew the Mayans had come back on Atlantis for my story, but I like everything to be real. So I had to find a real life connection between the Mayans and the Minoans, who were the Atlanteans from the Santorini Thera area. I actually found it.
Yeah.
I actually found a real life connection.
Wow.
Between it.
That's amazing.
And scientifically provable, documented. Even though they're 3,000 years apart, it is almost certain that the Minoans of Thera Santorini met who would become the Mayans along the Yucatan coastline.
Oh, wow.
So
that's so intriguing.
yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, I like it. Because I've read half the book, and I personally really enjoy it. I really do.
Nice.
You know, because some books you can get bored and you're like, oh, but I'm really enjoying your book.
Awesome.
I haven't read Doc Christmas yet, but that is next on my list.
It's another little journey that doesn't follow the usual path.
Yeah, but that's the uniqueness of it.
I don't like reruns. I like
Yeah.
unique stories.
Exactly.
All my, I was told once that none of my work will ever sell as screenplays in Hollywood because, well, they want something with prior art, which is one of the reasons I turned to writing books, because,
Yeah.
this is prior art now.
Yeah.
If these do well, then I've got the prior art for the movie.
You do.
Theoretically.
You do. So if somebody wanted to find out more about you, contact you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Probably through, the number one would be through my name, neilenock.com. On Twitter, it's Neil Enock. Facebook, look for Neil Enock. I'm pretty active on most of those platforms. I'm working on Twitter. It's not
Yeah.
it's not my homeland yet. But
No.
I'm kind of more of a Facebook guy. But
Yeah, because social media, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
I generally respond to everything though, because I've met some wonderful people. I'm at book signings and people say, "Hey, we're friends on Facebook." I go, "Well, we've never met." And it's like, "Thank you for coming to my book signing."
Yes.
It's, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're a well-known guy.
I don't know about that.
You are. I know you are. I can feel it. I have vision.
Okay, I'll take your word for that.
And what we're going to do is we are going to open up the phone lines. So, Calgary, if you have questions for Neil and myself, give us a call. That number is 403-539-6710. And we're going to be right back after this quick, short commercial break, Calgary. So give us a call.